This is the 2019 Panoramic by Panoramic RV out of Quebec, Canada. And first things first, let's just get this out of the way. This particular model that we're looking at is the only model that they make, and right now it is only available in Canada. However, I'm told that beginning in 2020, sometime mid-year to end of year, this model that we're looking at will be available here in the United States. So just around the corner, we can expect to see this Panoramic coming here to the United States. Taking a look at just the exterior of it, it's very clean. There's no swoopy graphics. It's very automotive looking. You can see the windows that they use on the Panoramic are the C.R. Lawrence type windows. Those are higher end automotive type glass windows. They're not the plastic kind of windows that we see on some other models, and I think it gives the Panoramic a very sophisticated look. As we move around to the back, that's a Fiamma bike rack, which can allow you to carry up to 2 bikes, and that's optional. And as we move around here to the driver's side, really clean here on the driver's side. Again, just a nice clean bank of C.R. Lawrence windows. You can see you have your service center just at the right height. It's midway, mid-height there. There's a service center light. All your hookups are right there, but really nice looking van, I think. Okay, before we head in, let's take a look at some of the dimensions. So this is built on the Ram ProMaster 3500 chassis, 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar gas engine, 6-speed transmission capable of delivering 208 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Now the overall length is 20 feet 9 inches, just under 21 feet. Overall width is 6 feet 11 inches. The exterior height is 9 feet 1 inch, and the interior height is 6 feet 1 inch. And we do have the interior storage space on this particular model. It's 26.5 cubic feet. Let's take a quick look at the layout. This is the very popular, in Europe at least, front lounge layout. We had the same layout on the Hymer Aktiv, where you have your front lounge, midsection you have your galley and bathroom, and then in the back you have your bed. Here's your nighttime configuration. This coach is capable of carrying up to 4 passengers in 3-point seat belts and allow you to sleep up to 3, 2 in the back and then 1 in the front when the front lounge is converted. Here's the view stepping into the Panoramic. It's a very nice feel. I like the curved floor there, the big panoramic window that you see, the skylight above. It's a very nice European look to it. Okay, we're now inside and we're in the front lounge. And you can see it's a very open panoramic feel. Let's just take a pan around all the way around through the front, down the passenger side, all the way back to the back. We see the rear windows wrap around, and then all the way along the driver's side. Again, just panoramic views. We have a large skylight here, also in the front lounge. The measurements of that skylight are 31 by 22 inches. So pretty big, pops open, also has screens there. You notice on the bench seat, there are 2 3-point seat belts, which is great. I sat in that seat, and I can tell you it's quite comfortable. You can see at the bottom there's some good lumbar support. I would like to have maybe had some headrest there, but I'm not going to really ding it for not having headrests. You have a 24-inch LCD TV up front here. There's another 19-inch LCD TV back in the bedroom. I love the table design here. This is different than the Hymer Aktiv, which just kind of flipped out. This one has the extension piece which folds under the table. It's like, it rotates under the table when you don't need it. When you do need it, it comes out at this elbow, and it creates a nice area for the passenger seat when it's swiveled around for them to have access to the table. So I like that a lot. 2 cab seats do swivel around. So you have 4 people that can sit in this lounge up here. There is a cabinet, like on all ProMasters, there's a cabinet above the cab. Gives you a little bit of extra storage, also gives you a little bit of an opportunity to hit your head. But again, I'm not going to ding Panoramic for this because this is fairly typical in every ProMaster that I've been in. And as we swing around to take a look at the sliding door, there is a sliding screen door here for the side. I'm not a big fan of the sliding screen doors just because grit and stuff can get into the tracks, but I do understand why Panoramic put the sliding screen door in here versus the roll down type. There's just not enough room behind the cabinet there when the screen is rolled up to have a roll down type screen. You do have the roll down type screens, which we'll see later for the back, which is nice, but just not here on the side. And then your control center, your utility center is above the door, which is fairly typical. There's some storage underneath the bench seat that you can see there. It's a great cubby for putting your shoes. I always look for this in an RV. I don't have a place to put my shoes really in my Ascent, and you always need them, a place to store your shoes. It's great to see that the Panoramic has that. Here you can see me seated on the bench seat. Two adults could fit on this, although one person, as they scooch over toward the window there, they're probably going to hit their head on the cabinet, so just be aware of that. If you're a child and an adult, you're going to fit better here if the adult sits closer to the aisle. Also, that television there, I'm 5'10". You can see it's just at my head. If you're a little bit taller, you might bang your head a little bit on that television back there. But overall, I mean, I can't complain. It is a comfortable seat to sit on, and it functions very well as a front lounge. There's the 24-inch LCD TV extended out, so when it's not used, it pushes back behind that cabinet that you see there and gets out of the way and doesn't intrude into the aisle space there, so you're not going to hit it as you're walking down through the aisle. Now, the front lounge can easily convert into a third berth. And what I like about this configuration is I don't have to carry any extra cushions or any boards or things like that. You simply lower the table down, which you can see happening here, move the existing cushions into place, and then swivel the front driver's seat around, and then you have a bed that measures 68 by 33 inches. Before we move into the kitchen, let's talk about occupant and cargo carrying capacity, that all-important number. This tells us how many passengers we can carry and how much net cargo carrying capacity we have after we subtract out the weight of passengers and water. So we have a pretty healthy 1,370 pounds of occupant and cargo carrying capacity. If we subtract out the weight of a driver and the weight of a passenger, and we have a pretty big freshwater tank on this, 36 gallons. So when we take out the weight of that, nearly 300 pounds, what we're left with is a very respectable 781 pounds for carrying all of your cargo. So I think those are really good numbers, and we'll take a closer look at that freshwater capacity here a little bit later. Okay, as we head here into the galley, I just like the look of it. I like the light Corian countertop. I like the gloss flat cabinets, door framing. It looks all really nice together. Lots of counter prep space here, especially when you have the cutting board over the sink. I like that little opening on the corner as well. Just makes it easier to get the cutting board out, but also you can sweep any debris and things like that into the sink fairly easily. Good amount of storage. Love all the windows. Let's take a look at that storage. Here you can see this unique design that they've put in for the cabinet. So you have a set of side drawers there, which are ideal for things like glasses and plates and utensils and things like that. Also makes it really easy to access those things from the outside without needing to step into the van. You have 3 drawers there at the front. Coming back around to the side, you can see pulled out there is your counter extension, which is nice. You have that, you can push it in, pull it out, get it out of the way. Also, that very bottom drawer on the side is a perfect place for a trash can. It's another thing that I wish that my Ascent had. I don't have a dedicated space for a trash can, and here they have it on the Panoramic. We're not done with storage. Turn around across the aisle and you've got a full floor-to-ceiling pull-out pantry. And of course, this is so French. Right next to the refrigerator down below, you have a little place to store some of your wine. Rounding things out in the galley, you have a 5 cubic foot, 3-way, that means it's an absorption, it's not compressor driven refrigerator. You can see it open and stocked with some food. And then above that, you have a little tiny space for a microwave oven. In this particular configuration, they've got the Breville toaster oven, but you can opt to swap that out for a microwave oven. It's not a convection microwave oven, it's just a standard microwave oven. But I like the fact that they give you an option to swap that out if you want to put a Breville oven in there. All right, since we're talking about power-hungry appliances like refrigerators and microwaves and ovens, let's take a look at the electrical system. So this coach comes standard with two 12-volt Group 31 AGM lead-acid batteries. Now I'm told it's possible to upgrade and swap out those lead-acid batteries for lithium, but I don't have any more information about that other than they say it's possible to do it. I don't know what the capacity is. This coach comes standard with a generous 2,000 watt inverter. That means you're going to be able to run all your electronics and your outlets just from the batteries, including your microwave. Optional is a 2.8 kilowatt liquid propane or gas generator. Also, you have 150 watts up to 300 watts of solar, so 2 solar panels on the roof, and that's also optional. So all around, a pretty good electrical system. I want to find out more about that lithium upgrade, but the fact that they're even saying that you can upgrade to lithium is really a good sign. Okay, as we come out to the back, now this is where your permanent bed is in the back, and look at all those windows, panoramic views there of Red Rock State Park in Nevada. Just really beautiful. Now what's interesting about what they've done here on the Panoramic is because the bed's lifted right up to the window levels, and you can see those windows have a couple inches depth to them, and the bed can utilize that. So you have a few more inches of sleeping width on this bed. The dimensions of this bed are 56 wide by 74 long. Now, if we compare it, for instance, to the Aktiv 2.0, the Aktiv 2.0's bed is a little bit wider at 70 inches, but quite a bit shorter, 3 inches shorter at 71 inches. So you get that extra 3 inches here because of these C.R. Lawrence windows, which are much larger and also have an inset of about 1.5 inches to 2 inches on each side. So that gives you a larger bed, 74 inches. You have cabinet storage above. Take a look at the bed here looking back. You can see you have some USB outlets. You can see you have some AC outlets. You can see that you have your max fan remote control for the fan there above the galley, and your light controls as well. Now I can tell you I laid on this bed, very comfortable. The mattress is very comfortable. The support system's nice. Here you can see me laying, I'm 5'10". Good amount of space. I think if you're 6 foot or a little bit over 6 foot, you'll be okay. I think if you're over 6 foot, you might feel a little bit crowded here. I think it's a good width for 2 people. A little bit narrow, could be stand to be a little bit wider, but keep in mind when we go to see the bathroom, what they opted to do is shave off some inches back here in the bedroom to give you a little bit larger, more usable bathroom than say what we'd find on the Aktiv. You're going to be sleeping laterally here widthwise. You're not going to be sleeping lengthwise here. You can see it's just not wide enough at 50-some inches to sleep lengthwise. Let's take a look. You can see here when we have the rear doors open, even when the bed's down, you've got a good amount of storage underneath the bed. For bulky items, you've got some cabinets as well on the passenger and driver's side, cabinets above, so great storage. Here's some of the storage from the drawers underneath the bed. You can store your electrical cables if you wanted to there, your water hose, things like that. Now, this also converts to a garage, so you can just flip the bed up and strap it into place, and now you've got room for bigger items like maybe a couple bicycles back here as well. This also gives a good view of the wooden slat system, support system for the mattress. Now, as I mentioned before, you have a roll-down type screen. I have this same screen on my Ascent. I love it. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's highly functional. If you want, you can roll it up part way and still get access to all of your items below. So it's nice to see the roll-up type screen on the back of the Panoramic. Okay, let's head into the bathroom. I love this bathroom. Now, it's a 2-piece wet bath. Wet bath meaning that the shower and the toilet are sharing the same area. There is no sink, but it's really clean looking. And I love that giant window looking out into the landscape there. There's your faucet. You could use that just to wash your hands, but there's no basin. The water's going to go straight down to the drain pan down below, but you could use that if you wanted to rinse off or wash your hands or whatever. that shower head then can hook up to the top and become your shower. Here I am seated on the toilet. You can see there's good shoulder room while I'm seated. Now notice as well how the bathroom flares out. So as it comes up toward the front of the van, which is where you're going to be standing to shower, you have a few more inches of room, and that's a very smart design. Also, that length that we talked about that we shaved off from the bedroom, you can see where it all goes to here. It goes into creating a nice standing area inside of the shower. And here you can see plenty of headroom for me standing, lots of shoulder room. So well-designed bathroom with the timbre doors. I think it looks nice, it's functional. I think it was a great design. Let's take a look at our tank sizes. Great, fantastic tank sizes on the Panoramic. Look at that fresh water, 36 gallons. You know, when you're boondocking, you want to have a lot of fresh water. But the big thing for me is the black water, 21 gallons. I have a 12-gallon black water on my Ascent, so this is nearly twice the size black water tank as on my Ascent. That's going to allow you to boondock a lot longer in this thing. 33 gallons of gray water. I have 15 on my Ascent, 33 gallons of gray water. These are fantastic numbers, 5.8 gallons liquid propane. Boondockers, you're going to love the Panoramic. All right, let's talk just briefly about price and warranty and things like that. So I'm told when the Panoramic comes to the United States in 2020, fully loaded, that's every option you could possibly get, including the generator and solar, all of that. It's going to be around $125,000 MSRP US dollars. And big news here, something I'm really happy about, it's coming with a 5-year warranty. That's going to have them tie with Pleasureway for having the longest warranty here in North America. And that's very exciting. I can tell you, we looked a little bit before in our interview and talked a little bit about the build quality. That 5-year warranty is reflected in the build quality of the Panoramic. It is built, in my estimation, to the same level standards as on a Pleasureway. So the pros of this particular Panoramic model that we're looking at are that it's built on the Ram ProMaster. That's a gas chassis. It has that excellent front lounge layout, which allows you to carry 4 passengers and 3-point seat belts and also sleep 3. A big thing that I need to mention to you is while this coach is not completely four-season capable, we're going to do a different video on that, as what makes a coach truly four-season capable. No Class B coach at this time is truly four-season capable, and the reason is because your discharge valves coming out of your sewer lines none of them are protected. None of them they will all freeze in low enough temperatures, including on the Panoramic. But in every other aspect, the Panoramic has internally routed water lines, an internal fresh water tank, and heating pads on the black and gray tank. So an excellent insulation. So almost more than any other van out there, this Panoramic is built for low temperature camping, low temperature weather. Yes, you're going to have to worry about your discharge pipes potentially freezing, but in every other aspect, this thing is designed for lower temperature, four-season camping. Okay, the weakness on this van, the only one I can think of right now, is it does come with an absorption refrigerator, and which is not a big weakness. It's just compressor refrigerators do better in hotter climates. And we don't have enough information about the lithium upgrade. I think it's great that it's going to have a lithium upgrade. I'd like to get more details about that, but I'm going to ding it a little bit for that. And it's not yet available here in the United States. It will be available in a limited run in 2020, and hopefully if it catches on, then we'll see production ramp up. But I'm really looking forward to this Panoramic. I think it's a beautiful coach. It's exceptionally well built. It's a front lounge layout that frankly is missing from the North American market since Hymer went out of business and took the Aktiv with them. And it comes with an industry-leading 5-year warranty. So thumbs up on the Panoramic. Very excited. Can't wait for them to come here into the United States. And that wraps it up for today. Thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.